Our most patient queen was never affected by the caprices of feminine inconstancy, nor indulged in outward signs of anger. All this she restrained by the aid of divine light and wisdom, although these latter did not go away with pain, but rather augmented it. For no one could recognize the infinite misfortune of sins and offenses against God as this lady. But even so, her invincible heart could not be disturbed. Neither the malice of Judas, nor the injuries and insults of the Pharisees could ever cause signs of anger in her exterior. Although at the death of her most holy Son, all the insensible elements and creatures seemed to have lost patience toward mortals, not being able to suffer the injuries and offenses done to their Creator, Mary alone remained unmoved and ready to receive Judas, all the Pharisees and high priests who crucified Christ, if they had chosen to return to this mother of piety and mercy. It is true that, without thereby passing the bounds of reason or virtue, the most meek queen could justly have been indignant and angry at those who delivered over her most holy Son to such a frightful death. For the Lord himself punished this sin in his justice. While following up this thought, I was informed that the Most High provided against these movements and kept her free from all motions and affections of anger, though they would not have been unjust. For he wished to prevent her from being the accuser of these sinners, because he had chosen her as the mediatrix and advocate, the mother of mercy. Through her were to flow all the mercies which he wished to grant to all the children of Adam. He wished her to be the one creature that could worthily intercede for sin and temper the wrath of the just judge. Solely against the demon, the anger of this lady was given free scope. Also, insofar as this passion was necessary to exercise patience and forbearance, and to overcome the impediments with which this enemy and ancient serpent obstructed her beneficent course. To this virtue of fortitude belong also magnanimity and magnificence, because they in a manner partake of the nature of this virtue by giving firmness to the will in matters relating to fortitude. Magnanimity consists in pursuing great things and thus striving after the great honors of virtue. Its subject matter is therefore great honorableness, from which arise many qualities peculiar to the magnanimous, as for instance to abhor flattery and the pretenses of hypocrisy, for to love these is the part of small and mean souls. Not to be covetous, selfishly looking only for usefulness, but rather to seek honorable and great things, to speak little of oneself, not to brag, and not to be easily taken up by small things, and not to avoid the greater undertakings, to be more inclined to give than to receive. For all these things are worthy of honor. But this virtue is not on this account opposed to humility, for one virtue cannot be opposed to another. Magnanimity causes us to use our gifts and virtues in such a way as to merit the greater honor, without at the same time seeking honor anxiously and unreasonably. Humility, on the other hand, teaches us our relation to God and the smallness of our desert caused by our defects and our own lowly nature, on account of the special difficulties connected with great and noble undertakings. Fortitude, especially the fortitude called magnanimity, is necessary. This proportions our forces to the execution of great works, neither allowing us to desist from them in pusillanimity, nor to attempt them with presumption, disorderly ambition, or vainglory. For all these vices magnanimity abhors. Magnificence similarly points to the execution of great deeds, and in this signification it may enter into the perfection of every virtue, for in all virtues great things may be undertaken. But as there is a special difficulty in great outlays or sacrifices, magnificence more particularly is that virtue which inclines us to make great sacrifices in the prudent manner, so that there be neither niggardliness where much is required, nor profuseness where there is no need, wasting and destroying without necessity. Although this seems to be the same virtue as liberality, yet the philosophers distinguish one from the other. Magnificence regards only the greatness of the cost, without attending to other circumstances, whereas liberality regulates the temperate love and use of money. One can therefore be liberal without being magnificent, as liberality may stop short of its course when there is question of great and important favors.